My name is Raimy. I'm 11 years old. I'm the oldest child in the Raimy family. My siblings, Jack who is 9 and Lindsay who is 6, helped me figure out what to say today. My dad is amazing. He is someone who I've always looked up to. He always does fun activities with us and still goes to work every day. Don't ask me how. And I know that I can always count on him to be there for me. Whether it's a sporting event or a school event, or even something as simple as tucking us in at night, he's always there. One of the songs that we like to listen to in my family is Count on Me by Bruno Mars, and I would like to share some of the lyrics with you. If you're tossing and you're turning and you just can't fall asleep, I'll sing a song beside you. And if you ever forget how much you really mean to me, every day I will remind you, you can count on me, like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you, like 4, 3, 2, and you'll be there. You can count on me, because I can count on you. I know I can always count on my dad, Mark Raimy, and I know you will always be able to count on him too.
It's a good thing Mark's not following her up, because he's probably a puddle right now. Good morning, my name is Kathryn Raimy. It is my absolute pleasure to be here today to tell you about my husband, Mark Raimy. I've been the invisible other half the last few years that Mark's been involved with GAWDA. We have 3 young children, Lauren, Jack, and Lindsay, and it's been tricky to have both of us present all the time. I'm so happy to be here in Maui with you, and I'm very much looking forward to the year ahead. In the 11 years that Lauren's been with us, I've learned to always follow her advice. She suggested that I also share some meaningful words that help describe Mark. There are 6 words that I've chosen that I believe will help illustrate the kind of man that he is and why we're so proud of him. First and foremost, Mark is focused. Before Mark was a small business owner, he worked for 10 years on Wall Street. You've heard of or maybe even experienced the rat race of Wall Street. It takes a special focus to not only make it to Wall Street, but to be successful. Mark worked tirelessly on his own to find his place in the financial world of Wall Street, and he was really successful. There's truth in the saying, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. The experiences Mark had in New York have no doubt made him the leader he is today, both in his industry and his community. Mark is confident. Speaking of New York, it's a place where Mark and I hold near and dear to our hearts, as is the city where we met. This is a little bit embarrassing to say this now that Dave Nelson set me up terribly with the social media presentation, but this was the Y2K era. Mark and I were both working for Prudential Financial. Mark was a stock trader and I was on the technology team. In 1999, my boss was looking for volunteers to teach the trading desk the new email system. Believe it or not. And no one on my team wanted to have any part of going to the trading floor. Lucky for Mark, I was new and eager to impress my boss, so I volunteered to go. Mark pretended he didn't know most of the advanced email functions, so we could talk more. And the next day I received an email in my inbox inviting me to dinner. He actually tells the story a lot better because he always finishes with the punchline, I always knew the internet would pay off for me. Mark is passionate, excuse me. He finds a way to be passionate about everything he does, whether it's his family, his friends, his business, his community, or his hobbies. He's motivated to find ways to improve and grow all the time. And his love for what makes him tick is inspiring. And everything he does, be it making memories with his children, honing his skills as a fly fisherman, or attempting to hike the bowls at Aspen Mountain, he faces it with passion. Mark has integrity. He gave up his career on Wall Street to return to Erie after 20 years to take over the family business. A business his grandfather created 6 decades before. He saw the opportunity to be a business owner in an important industry in a small town. But more than that, he saw the importance of building on his grandfather's legacy and respecting the history that came before him. Mark is charismatic. There's something about Mark that people respond to and like. He has a way of bringing people together, and he has the ability to talk to anyone. One of my favorite stories to describe Mark is during the time when I moved into my first apartment in New York City. I was living with a roommate that I was having a hard time connecting with. I mentioned it to Mark one day, and he suggested the 3 of us meet for beers. We met later that week after work for a few drinks, and a few hours later we were best of friends, having the time of our lives. No longer just the 3 of us, but we'd made friends with the entire bar. Mark is also a great networker. In a short time, he has made his mark in Erie as a leader in the community. In the same time frame, he's established himself as a leader in this industry. When we moved to Erie 11 years ago, I knew nothing about welding or gases or owning a small business. At my first GAWDA meeting, I was so surprised and pleased to meet so many people that were just like us, operating family businesses like ours, facing the same challenges and experiencing the same successes. Mark has always described GAWDA as a family to me. I must say that I could not agree more. This group is truly a family and has been so supportive and have welcomed us with open arms. I'm so grateful for all of you for your words of encouragement and support, especially during the last few days. Focused, confident, passionate, integrity, charismatic, networker, and Lauren's word, reliable. I believe what I'm describing to you are some of the most key qualities that make a good leader. I trust that GAWDA will be in good hands under his leadership. I am proud to stand in front of you today to introduce your new GAWDA president, Mark Raimy.